Season 15 of RuPaul's Drag Race just got a dash of sweetener. The one and only Ariana Grande will appear as the guest judge for the two-part premiere episode of Drag Race Season 15, which has now permanently moved to MTV. So now MTV will be relevant again. Right. We'll be watching it again. All right. Grande will appear in the two-episode premiere alongside RuPaul, Michelle Visage, and Ross Mathews as they get to meet this new cast of 16 fierce queens competing for the crown. Ever since season 9, each season of Drag Race has welcomed a high-profile pop star for its grand premiere, including Lady Gaga, Miley, Cyrus, and more. Grande previously appeared in the 6th episode of Drag Race season 7. Okay, Ru Hollywood Story, she was in that one when she was still an up-and-coming pop star. Yep. Ariana Grande judging a drag show is hardly a surprise, but it is a perfect entertainment package for the new year.
This is a special Ru announcement. RuPaul's Drag Race's premier guest judge is the one and only Ariana Grande.
Season 15 is here, and so am I.
Say thank Ru next with RuPaul's Drag Race Friday, January 6th at 8.
Watch on.
And that's all you get, right? Question 2 of the Bacardi shot. I'd swallow that. Of course, Ariana Grande is guest judge for RuPaul's Drag Race season premiere.
Yes.
Yes.
But what the hell? Pick a network and stay to it. I've got a Paramount subscription now because of Drag Race. I pay for it on Prime. Now, they change networks
I have World
more
of Wonder.
than
I have an app for them too.
More than Jonathan Casañas changes tight shirts. That's how often I
He's
only got 3. Don't shame him.
Oh, wow.
Safe space, remember?
Safe space. But here's the thing, Mark. They can move to freaking Hallmark Channel.
I'm
We're
going.
still going to follow.
I'm going.
I'm going to watch it.
Yes. I just
don't know
canceled
about
the
that.
subscription.
I don't know about that. I think we're like in season 20 and people get tired. I'm exaggerating. People get tired. I'm going to watch it. I'm saying people get tired. If I have to have 17 different subscriptions, you're right. I will give up at some point.
Yeah, but you might give up, but there's an entirely new generation of gays that are going to start watching it. So as fast as people are leaving, there's more people that are starting to watch.
It's like the contestants now that are literally like, I was 10 years old.
Oh, God. I throw up a little bit in my mouth every time one of them does that.
It's very disturbing. What's interesting, though, about this, so even with the judges, I don't know if you all saw the announcement, but T.S. Madison has been added as a new rotating judge as well.
Oh, wow.
So it's not just Ross and Carson. T.S. is now part of it.
I love that. That's a great addition.
Which is hilarious because every time she was on there, I used to scream that at my television. I'm like, why is she not on here all the time?
Yeah. She's hilarious.
Judges.
Yeah.
I think what's going to be interesting, and shout out to South Florida. We have a Miami girl, our first Miami girl.
Yes.
Ever.
Malaysia Fox.
Yeah,
right?
Malaysia. Malaysia Baby Doll Fox, right? You're supposed to say Baby Doll 3 times according to her. But also
Malaysia Baby Doll Fox.
But also what's interesting is that this season, because of her, and also because the first queen ever from Houston has been in 15 seasons.
Wow. Yeah.
And the thing is, I'm wondering now, what is the thought process? Because for so long, the show has kind of gone into like the more rural parts of the country. And as we noticed, the girls don't always do that well from there. So I'm starting to wonder if they're remembering like, oh, maybe we should remember the girls from cities.
Maybe we should include that.
Right? Other than New York, right?
Yeah.
Maybe we should actually look in the cities again because we have so many amazing Miami girls.
We really do, and they don't get on. Okay,
but they do audition though. They
do audition. Okay, but TP has auditioned 8 times. Daisy Dead Petals has auditioned 10 times. Athena, a ton of people have even nominated her, and she's also gone out for it, and she hasn't gotten it. And this is, I'm actually going to have Athena on my show next week, so make sure that you guys watch the Faye What Show Monday morning.
Wow.
But one of the things that I asked her
was,
but one of the things that I wanted to ask her was, are you tired of people telling you, why aren't you on Drag Race? Why aren't you on Drag Race, right? Because of all the Drag Race stuff that we consume and we know as anchors and everything that we do, we're very well aware that Drag Race has changed from season 1, okay? We also know that, like a lot of these reality shows, they're scripted. There's roles, okay?
Right, thank you.
So if it's, Fulana de Tal, okay? Fulana de Tal, we know she can't dance. We know she can't do her own clothes. So we're going to take her anyway. We'll just get rid of her episode 2.
Right.
That's how the producers think.
Right.
Folks.
And that's what I want to save my queens from. Like, I have a lot of friends who were on the show and even a friend who was a judge. And I hear horror stories. And sometimes you just want to stay away from that.
Yeah.
It's not that, like, it's not, the value of it is not really that much you're taking from it other than the exposure. And sometimes it's bad publicity and you don't want to kind of get yourself. And some of the people have actually walked away because it's too much on their brain, too much on their health, and they decided to just walk away. And it says a lot. You can't talk to RuPaul when you're on there.
And we all know that this conversation would be totally different if Al was sitting here in the seat, right? Because he's such a huge, supporter and lover of Drag Race,
Right.
But this is the truth. It's a scripted show, and I disagree in the aspect that once a queen says from RuPaul's Drag Race, they get booked a lot more. They're able to say they're from Drag Race, even if they were eliminated episode 1. No one even saw shit of them, but they're still able to say that.
Well, they have a machine behind them, but I also agree that they do have that machine. So you're right that machine can kind of catapult them, but you don't always have to win and to be in the limelight to be an amazing performer and get the support of your community. As you mentioned several queens down here who are legends in our minds, in our world, and never got to go on that show, and still get booked in other places. Nicole Hollowell, this amazing,
literally all over the country,
all over the country,
all over the country. And I will be the contrary person. I do not own Word of Wonder. I did not buy Paramount. I'm that person's going to watch everything free. So I'm going to watch the Instagram clips, the YouTube clips, because I stopped.
Brother, my kinky brother, I will share the password with you that I stole from Tony Lima. But either way, I'll share it with you.
But I do love the fact of supporting these queens, and when they come here and especially in South Florida, I will go out and I will cheer and I will give my dollars because they have that machine behind them. But I do love Jonathan's point that you don't have to be. As a person who competed in international contests who did not win, it did not stop my work. It did not stop the ability and the gift that I can give back. And we have so many queens that do that.
Well, look at somebody like Daisy Deb Petals, who is super talented. You know that she's not going to get on because when you meet her and you spend time with her, she is the nicest person in the world. She's never going to get in an argument in that workroom. There is never going to be discord. She's going to be the sweet mother, and that's not what they're looking for.
And you look at TP. TP is so talented. TP Lords, look her up, folks. Right?
Please,
her costumes, her talent, just how she flips the script on you,
the intent from beginning.
And been doing this for more than a decade. I don't want to, call her out for how long she's been doing it. Let's just say that it's, a while, and it's still fresh, it's still new. But like you said, she don't have to go on Drag Race. She's wanted.
Yeah.
Anyway, Drag Race will be premiering soon, and we'll be talking all about it.
January 6th.
January 6th, and some of the other guests will be Haley Cuoco, right? We love her. She was in, what was she on? She's on Flight Attendant. Yeah.
Big Bang Theory.
Big Bang Theory also, right? Julia Garner, Ali Wong, Orville Peck, Janelle Monáe. I love Janelle Monáe. Love her.
Gotta support our
Love her.
Yes.
And Maureen Morris. There's going to be, in the past we've had Sharon Osbourne, we've had Margaret Cho, we've had so many, Nicki Minaj. I hope that they continue to keep this rhythm and get incredible guest judges like that.
I will say the one thing I'm very excited about is that there is another trans girl. So. Yes. The fact that that's not just a one-time thing now, and that's something that you're going to start seeing more regularly, that makes me very excited because I really feel like when Sonique won All Stars and then Carrie got on the show, people were kind of like, oh, well, this is a phase.
That's my girl.
But I love that it's not a phase now. Like the show is very specific. This is part of our community, and we're going to feature them. So I love that they're doing that.
Yeah. Have you auditioned before
for Drag Race?
Yeah,
absolutely not.
But we needed those two queens to represent in that way and to kick butt to be able to just go, okay, let's not even. This is not a thing.
And to make RuPaul change his entrance now. So welcome, ladies. It's not no longer gender specific. Made it best drag queen.
Yeah, I mean, we may have our first AFAB performer like tomorrow.
Victoria Scone.
Tomorrow is the Canada versus the World finale, and we may have our first.
And so
our first.
And this year we had our first bearded. That's right. And then
Danny
this
Beard.
might be the next first.
Danny Beard was
Let's keep on knocking down those barriers, ladies. All right. Let's
drag
do
is
that.
an art form for anybody.
LGBTQ+ news is vital for our community and for the broader world as a whole. We have enough enemies at Fox News. Tucker, Sean, and Lara are loud. We need passionate allies. Happening Out Television Network, Queer News Tonight, and It's Happening Out are literally out of the closet and into the headlines. Our community needs your support. Like this broadcast and subscribe now to ensure the growth of the entire LGBTQ+ community.